Yeah, yeah. Welcome back to another episode of the Chit Chat Podcast. This is basically a show where we talk about anything that comes into mind. My name is Larry II.
And my name is Jalen Mays.
In this episode, the second episode, we're going to talk about a little bit of football. Now, we know we love football. We like to talk about football. Basically, I know a little bit of history about football. I don't even play a sport, but he does.
Yes.
He plays football. Jalen plays football.
Right.
I just, do fantasy football because why not? But there's a lot to talk about when it comes to football. But I need to get this off my chest.
Right.
And basically talk about the NFL. There's a lot of stuff going on over there. I mean, first things first, the trade with Devontae Adams from the Las Vegas Raiders to the New York Giants reuniting with Aaron Rodgers, even though they got beat.
Yes.
Even though they got beat Sunday night against the Steelers. And, there's a lot to talk about football, but let's talk about this trade with Devontae Adams going to the Jets.
Right.
Reuniting with Aaron Rodgers, a good sight to see. And, what's your take on it?
Well, I've always seen on Twitter, from the sports analysts and whatnot, that Adams, he wanted to be with a more experienced vet quarterback that he's played with before. And obviously he has played with Aaron Rodgers for a long time in Green Bay. Mm-hmm. So I understand where he is coming from with that. Now, obviously, in the most recent game that they have played, it didn't look too good.
No, not at all. I mean, they had some good passes with each other, connection with each of them, but it just didn't turn out the way it should be.
Yeah. So I understand that, and obviously you're eager to win and be successful.
Right.
But not, the grass is not always greener on the other side.
True. Yeah, very true. I mean, it's great to see, two legendary duos.
Right.
Back together again, but I think it's going to take a little bit of time and a few more weeks, get used to it because, sometimes you may win some, you lose some, but sometimes it may not work like that. But when I talk about lose some, I'm talking about the Carolina Panthers absolutely getting murdered, destroyed.
Yeah.
I have no other words.
Yeah.
I don't have words because what has happened to this organization?
Yeah, it's hard to go for the hometown team. Yeah, it is.
Bruh. What has happened? What has happened to this organization in Carolina?
It's such a big drop off, from going in elementary and middle school, seeing them make it to the Super Bowl, and then just having the downfall that they have had over the past 5-6 years. It's been hard to watch.
I was in intermediate school when they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And they they were still okay, but after that when the first thing that fell off was DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Then the second was Christian McCaffrey. Well, no. First, it was Christian McCaffrey. Then it was DJ Moore. Then it was Frank Louvu. Then it was Brian Burns.
And we lost Luke Kuechly as well.
And we lost Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis, Greg Olsen, and the one and only Cam Newton.
Right.
What the heck has happened to this organization?
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, it's also, I don't feel like the Panthers utilize their players as well as they should, because you see a lot of players that get traded from the Panthers, they produce more. Now, obviously, if you look at Christian McCaffrey, he's still injury prone, but he wasn't as injury prone as he is now compared to when he was in Carolina.
Yeah.
And he's obviously more effective as a running back I don't even know what he would look like if he was still on the Panthers
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But also the Panthers, they can't keep a structured coaching staff. It's
Like,
always changing.
They every head coach has either gotten fired
Yes.
or just been released.
Yeah.
And like I don't y'all pray for me right now. I don't understand what it's gonna take for the Panthers to get their tails back on the rearview mirror. I don't know what is going on. I don't know what's happening. I've seen it, and I don't even watch their games anymore because I already know what the outcome's going to be, especially from this past Sunday, especially from other past games. They played good, but then they fall off.
Yeah.
They fall off. I'm sorry. I know you got a lot to say, but...
Yeah, but what do you think about the Bryce Young situation and Andy Dalton? Do you think do you think it was the right idea to sit him?
To sit Bryce Young?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no disrespect, because that's the number 1 overall pick.
Right.
From like last year's draft. Yeah. He didn't do too well.
Yeah.
But now when you have a vet, we got a vet on our squad, which is Andy Dalton.
Right.
I say start him every game. And I know he had a bad game, but it's okay.
Yeah.
But just start him every single game. I'm sorry, Bryce, but don't do respect, but you... Yeah, buddy, you ain't good on that level now because it's going to take a long time. Matter of fact, it's going to take the whole Panther squad a long time to get their stuff back together. I mean, I like the trades and all, but sometimes some of these trades don't even make sense. Like, we needed them. Like, we needed Brian Burns. We needed DJ Moore. We needed Christian
I don't know what type of trading spree we were on.
Fire the owner.
Yeah.
Fire David Tepper. I swear to God. Fire this man. Fire him. We don't need him. We don't need him anymore. He doesn't know what type of job he's trying to do to make us look bad. Mm-hmm. You see why they bring them tickets down to like a cent. You think I forgot about that?
Yeah.
They bring these tickets to a cent because you know this team is bad.
Yes.
I would literally go to one for a cent. But
yeah,
Panthers, I love y'all. You know that, but
gotta get the act together.
Get your act together. Please, for the love of God, get your act together.
Right.
Now, that's done with my rant. Now let's switch topics to here.
Right.
And I know you're a football player, so I'm not going to ask no hard-hitting questions. So please forgive me if I do. Which this is a Chit Chat Podcast where I talk anything that comes into mind.
Right.
So if y'all didn't know, we won homecoming this past Saturday, homecoming, 42-35.
Right.
Really good game, actually.
Yes, it was.
Really good game. You know, there was a little bit of bogus calls.
A
little bit of bogus calls. And the funny part about that is because the refs told us to stop playing
so loud. Yeah.
I'm like, why? Why you trying to get with us? You have a problem with us playing? We do.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I'm part of a marching band now, so why are you telling us to stop?
Right, it's kind of the whole point.
This is the whole point of freaking football, isn't it?
Yeah.
Every band in the entire world plays, and they have no problem with it.
Right.
I was at Kings Mountain High School with the Mountaineers. Go Mounties! Shout out to Kings Mountain. But why would you call us out while we just doing our thing? Like, you got a problem with it?
Some of the refs woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
They woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I don't know who you trying to talk to, but you better watch your act. Who you talking to us, because we could do whatever we want.
Right.
We could do whatever we want. We could talk wherever we want. We could play whatever we want. We could be how loud whatever we want. We don't know what you got your mind up into. I don't know. I ain't going that far.
Yeah.
I don't know what head you've been living in, but
yeah,
just
understandable.
Stay away from what we're trying to do. You get back to your job, which is making the right calls and plays.
Yeah, which not a lot of them were,
So, That's crazy because I'm like, why are you calling out us? Like, what do we do? We doing our thing. Like, I wish you would try to tell us to stop playing. We keep playing loud all day long. We had to.
All day long.
Like, that's the whole point of a system. Like, what we do. Like, why you calling us out?
Right.
Why? There's no reason for it. There's no reason to just to brag and talk about it. Like,
yeah.
I was like, that made me a little mad a little bit. I'm like,
well,
these refs are tripping, bro.
Well, at least I saw it wasn't as bad. I saw this clip on Twitter where a ref from a college game literally went into the stands. Like, he got off the field and went into the stands where the band was and told the band director to stop playing the music in the in the middle of the game. And at least it wasn't that bad. But I get where you're coming from.
Like, we have a right. We have a right to play whatever we want to play and how loud we want to play. It doesn't matter what you think. All you do is officiate.
Right.
That's the one thing we just play what we play because we're having a good time.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. I don't know why you coming at us.
Shoot. Hey, that's something different. I never thought I was going to be able... Nah.
I never heard something like that.
Yeah.
Like, let's move on to another section. Come on. I saw, I think on Instagram where Texas, I think they played Alabama, right?
They played Georgia.
Oh, Georgia.
Yes, I'm a Georgia fan. I have a whole shrine in my room at home. Yeah. I've been a Georgia fan for 11 years going on now.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah, I've been through the trials and tribulations of everything.
Yeah, so basically, I saw where I think around in the third quarter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And basically, I saw where they had an interception, but then they got their call reversed.
Right.
And I saw the Texas fans threw debris on the field. Yeah. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, honestly, I obviously that's not like cool or anything, but the way Texas played that game, I can understand why the fans were so frustrated. Like, Georgia's defense, specifically, like, really shut Texas down.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I mean, I get the frustration.
Yeah.
I get the heartbreak and all, but there's no reason.
Right.
And I mean no reason at all for you to throw debris, to throw drinks, to throw food onto the field.
Yeah.
I've seen it back way, way, way back. But at this time, now that I know, there's no reason for it. There should never be no reason for it at all. And that's just so stupid to see stuff like that. Y'all got to do better.
Yeah, but Georgia had to come back after that loss from Bama. Yeah. I think they had to make a statement, and I'm glad because usually when they're ranked number one at the beginning of the season, they don't play the way they should. And now they weren't ranked number one, and they came in and played with intention to like make their lives miserable. Pretty much. Yeah.
I mean, because that's like just so. It was just so oddly wrong for so many different reasons, and I could not just believe they do stuff like that. And it's really sad to see what type of human beings that we are. We are human.
Yeah,
we shouldn't be doing this type of stuff because like it's just wrong. And
got to represent. We can't have a bad image, but you know, with however many students are at Texas, plus you know. And I'm all of them that were doing that were probably young. You know, it's like you gotta have your head on your shoulders, and you gotta have that good persona. You can't show that. You can't give off that type of image.
No, definitely. But before we go, sound the alarm. Before we go, I want to talk about who will go to the Super Bowl in New Orleans.
Okay.
Because, as you know, that is the same place where the great Kendrick Lamar will be performing at the Super Bowl, which
right.
I'm really excited to see.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think is going to the Super Bowl this year?
Okay. Really, I feel like I know it's kind of getting towards the middle of the seasons. The Vikings are looking really well.
Yeah,
Like,
even though they lost,
yeah,
but they're still like
yeah, they're still. The Chiefs are undefeated. I don't know.
the only team.
Yes, the only team that is undefeated as of right now. Now, my dad is a Chiefs fan, so he
Oh,
also has.
Lord.
Yeah, he's been a Chiefs fan since '77.
Wow,
Yeah, so he's been
that's
through
nice.
it all.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
So I would really, I feel like I don't want to say the Chiefs are going to make it again this year, but they do. Like Patrick Mahomes, he has so many offensive weapons,
Yeah,
and as long as he has those offensive weapons and the defense can play semi well, because their offense is going to put points on the board regardless. Um, and I think Patrick Mahomes, he even had a pick, even off of a turnover. They still won and put up 20-plus points against San Francisco, which they have a really good defense.
yeah,
I feel like the Chiefs could potentially make it again,
yeah.
honestly.
That's for the AFC. So
Yeah.
who's the NFC?
NFC. Ooh. NFC. Jesus.
There's a lot of great teams, better improving
Yeah.
in the NFC. Most definitely the Vikings, though.
Yes, honestly, I want to say it. I want to say the Vikings just for Jay Jettis.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Sam Darnold is performing very well, but the
Yeah.
question is he a playoff
Like a
quarterback that can
quarterback.
be that can manage the game
Yeah.
and take his team that far? But as of right now, the two teams that are looking to dominate in the playoffs probably are the Vikings and the Chiefs,
Yeah.
and go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Okay. For the AFC, I mean, it's going to be pretty obvious, but I don't know. It's got to be either the Chiefs
Yeah,
or the Ravens.
yeah. I was thinking you were gonna say that the Ravens.
The Ravens, man,
Yeah,
they are killing it. You know,
Yes.
with Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry,
yeah,
most definitely Derrick Henry, who I think is leading rushing
yes.
this season so far. I'm like,
And he has like so many explosive long run plays
Yeah.
this season. And then like with Lamar Jackson scrambling,
Yeah.
it's hard to read.
yeah, okay, but I think for me, oh man, I have to say Chiefs, but
Yeah.
I'm going Chiefs now. But I think the
Ravens.
Ravens is gonna go back to Super Bowl.
Okay.
Then for the NFC, ooh, I really haven't been paying much attention, but I know I've been paying attention to the Vikings though.
Yes.
Vikings, maybe Atlanta.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins, he's been doing solid.
Yeah, he's been
In
doing
Atlanta,
solid.
they've been having they're doing way better than last year. Let's say that.
Yeah,
But potentially, yes, if they polish up some things on offense and defense,
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
that they'll be okay.
yeah. So for me, if it's gonna be an official matchup, I would say I'm sorry, but I gotta go with either the Chiefs, between the Chiefs and the Vikings
Okay.
this season. But that's all the time we have. And I appreciate everyone for watching and listening this episode of the Chit Chat Podcast. Make sure you check out episode 1, which I believe we talked about video games.
Yes, right.
So make sure you check out with that. And as always, this is the Chit Chat Podcast where we talk about basically anything that comes into mind. I love y'all. We love y'all. And as always, thank y'all for watching.